One. All right, welcome. This is Nick Green presenting Let's Read Japanese, a course series for the reading of Japanese text alongside its audio counterpart. Today's video is going to be黒革の手帖, Episode 7, Part 1. Now, this particular one is going to be in three parts. This particular episode, because it's a long, it's the final episode. So it's the final episode of this particular series, and it's 80 minutes. 75 or 80 minutes long. So with that, I'm going to split up into three parts instead of the usual two parts of the previous episodes. Beyond that, let's see how the story concludes. It's a good story. I've mentioned that before. It's a really good story. I'm glad I picked this as for this Let's Read. Okay, with that said, for those of you on YouTube, if you enjoy this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and a like, and leave a comment. Feedback's always welcome. If you enjoy this series and like to see more videos like the ones I mentioned in the future, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Finally, this is a part of the Let's Learn Japanese project. So if you appreciate what I'm doing to help the Japanese learning community in the random ways that I do it, one way you can show that support is via the Patreon. So a link to that is in the description below. Finally, as well as links, there's links to the Let's Learn Japanese Discord and the community website. I'm sorry, Let's Learn Japanese community Discord and the website that Otaku Day put together. All right. And finally, if you'd like to hire me on commission, technical assistance advice, whatever. But normally it's a one-on-one of me and you, video chat, Skype, Discord, whatever. But it's walking you through the steps of setting up your Anki or various resources or techniques or clarifications of all these things, of the things that I've discussed on my videos in the past. Anyway, if you like that, the hourly rates and the payments are via the Patreon. So direct link specifically for that is in the description as well. Okay, with that said, let's get started. This is again episode 7. Let's see, we're about 28 minutes here into the live stream. For those on YouTube, I skipped over the entire rant discussion. It wasn't a discussion, I'm sorry, just basically, don't worry about it. Just talking about how ways of doing immersion with the resources that we have. Okay. Whew. It's going to be a long day. I'm going to be doing this in 3 parts. So for YouTube, this will be over the next 3 days. It's all from this same day video from this today.
あと1日しかないの。会長はどこにいるの？
会長は一晩付き合えば許してやると気が済んだか？
長谷川会長の言うことなら何でも聞くの。そんなに代議士になりたいの？
上に上がるためだったら何だってやる、そう決めたんだ。君と同じだ。
いいえ、私は一人で上に上がろうとしてる。私は誰のものでもないわ。でもあなたはただの人形よ。自分の意志なんてないただの人形よ。代議士になれたって結局会長の思うがままに動かされるだけでしょ。会長に捨てられるのが怖くって言いなりになってんのがあなたよ。違う？
君に言われなくてもそんなことは分かってるよ。でも俺はただの人形じゃ終わらない。
そう。だといいわね。
今日ここに来るのは死ぬほど嫌な役目だった。でもこれで完全に君を吹っ切れたよ。これでもうこれで完全に君を吹っ切れたよ。これでもう迷いはなくなった。迷うことなく会長から金をもらい政略結婚をしてめでたく初当選だ。光り輝く議員バッジが 俺のつまらない劣等感やこのモヤモヤした気持ちを吹き飛ばした。俺の光り輝く議員バッジ、政略結婚をしてめでたく初当選だ。
Should be his first. I know it's like his first political win. 小当選、初当選。
政略結婚をしてめでたく初当選だ。光り輝く議員バッジが俺のつまらない劣等感やこのモヤモヤした気持ちを
劣等感。
吹き飛ばして、俺のつまらない劣等感やこのモヤモヤした気持ちを吹き飛ばしてくれるだろう。吹き飛ばしてくれるだろう。君に礼を言うよ。
私もまだまだ甘いわね。あなたの言葉、あなたが私に見せてくれた感情、もしかしたらそれだけは本当なんじゃないかってうぬぼれてたんだから。
うぬぼれる。Sense of pride. Conceited. うぬぼれた。
それだけは本当なんじゃないかってうぬぼれてたんだから。嘘ばっかりのこの街であなたも私も嘘つきだけど、もしたった一つだけ奇跡みたいな本当があるとしたら、それはあなたと私の間に生まれたものだと思ったりもしたの。私は間違ってるんじゃないか、違う人生があるんじゃないか、私にも迷いがあったわ。だからあなただけは私を助けてくれるんじゃないかって。なのにさらにどん底に突き落とされるとはね。なのにさらにどん底に突き落とされるとはね。
The very bottom. どん底。
なのにさらにどん底に突き落とされるとはね。バカみたい。これって全て会長の思い通りの展開なんだわ。私まで長谷川の人形になってしまった。化けるもんか。ロダンの改装費や諸費用で
Exchange, purchase, remodeling, reimbursement. Okay, gotcha. 改装費用。
ロダンの改装費や諸費用でカルネを売ったお金はほとんど消えた。長谷川に払わなくてはならないロダンのキャンセル料が8400万。
That was still a stupid deal to agree to.
まだ
締めて420万でとです。
ちょっと元はいくらかかったと思ってんのよ。
まあ愛着があるのは分かりますけど。まあ愛着があるのは分かりますけど。
愛着じゃないわ。ただの商売道具よ。あのお金はどこへ行ったんだろう。確かに手にしたはずなのに。私は一体何のために。どうしたのこれ。高いボトルばかりなくなってるじゃないの。
マネージャーと連絡が取れないんです。今月の売り上げもすっかり下ろされてます。
持ち逃げしたってこと？
そうしか考えられないですね。
これを知ってるのは
私だけです。
絶対に誰にも言っちゃダメよ。お酒
そうしか考えられないですね。
これを知ってるのは
私だけです。
絶対に誰にも言っちゃダメよ。お酒もすぐに補充して。
はい。でもママ、もうすぐ給料日ですし大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫にするしかないでしょう。ねえ、なんか強いお酒くれね。
はい。
ありがとう。何もかもが消えていく。すべてが幻だったのだろうか。
幻。幻。幻。
すべてが幻だったのだろうか。
あなたって本当に可愛げのない子ね。
Not like a
本当に可愛げのない子ね。助けてくださいって言えばいいのに、お金を貸してくださいだなんて。こんなに堂々と金貸せっていう人初めて見たわ。こんなに堂々と金貸せっていう人初めて見たわ。
いけませんか？
こういう時は嘘でも弱ってる顔を見せるべきなんじゃないの？
弱っている顔を見せたら本当にダメになってしまいそうなぐらい弱ってるんです。本当に
嘘でも弱ってる顔を見せるべきなんじゃないの？
弱っている顔を見せたら本当にダメになってしまいそうなぐらい弱ってるんです。
いくらなの
？5000万です。
5000万
？1000万でも500万でもいいんです。お願いしますママ。
あなたロダンを買おうっていうぐらい景気良かったじゃないの。あちこちから騙し取ったお金どうしたの？人の忠告無視しておいて。
忠告。
今頃貸して
Okay, Alcode saying hello. Hey, Alcode.
くれもないもん。人の忠告無視しておいて今頃貸してくれもないもんだわ。
あの時のことは謝ります。
Yeah.
謝ってもダメよ。あなたが銀座のルールを破ったのよ。
ママ、もう期限は過ぎてるんです。私もう本当に。
あなた女でしょ。借りた相手は男でしょ。方法は一つよ。
それだけは。
元子さん、あなた自分を何様だと思ってんの？ 自分だけは決して泥をかぶらない。そんな人にたとえ持ってても5000万も貸すのは私は嫌。銀座の女の中にはね、お客の売掛金がたまって回収できないとき、お客の売掛金がたまって回収できないとき、人には言えない商売にする子がいるのよ。そうやって逃げずにきっちり借りを返すの。もちろんそうやって逃げずにきっちり借りを返すの。もちろんそんなことになるのはもともとダメなホステスかもしれないけど、あなたよりはずっとマシね。ここはそれほど厳しい場所なのよ。あなたまだ落ちきってないわ。もっと泥にまみれてからいらっしゃいな。
わかりました。ママ、もう頼みません。
そう。
でも、私は私のルールで勝ってみせます。
そう。とくと拝見しましょう。期待してるわね。
とくと。念の入れて、just by chance。じっくりと、careful と。とくと。
期待してるわね。
Oh, Code asking, I'm just here for a bit because it's bedtime. I'm very interested in your stream. Do you teach? I teach methods. I don't really teach Japanese directly other than, if I hover over a word trying to figure out what it means, that's about it. And so I'm not like trying to teach the audience Japanese. I'm basically trying to teach myself what that one particular word is so I then understand the show. Then people later on, if they want to watch a stream, either live or later as a recording, then if they get something out of it, there you go. If not, yeah. This is probably definitely not at beginner's level. It definitely is not that. It's not at native level either. I mean, so roughly around N3, N2 level is where, if you got about 4,000, 6,000, maybe even 8,000 words under your belt, this is probably at the level where you see me looking at words.
委員長、今月は先月よりマシになりそうですよ。
料金を安く設定したからだろ。
なんか昔に戻ったみたいだわ。私が病院に来た頃はちょうど今みたいにスタッフも患者さんも少なくて、どうしたらもっと病院を大きくできるんだろうとか、今日はいっぱいお客さんが来てくれたわとか、もう毎日一喜一憂して。
一喜一憂。Joy and worries. Pleasure, anxiety. 一喜一憂。
今日はいっぱいお客さんが来てくれたわとか、もう毎日一喜一憂して。
長年積み上げてきたもんが脱税一発で逆戻りか。情けないよな、まったく。
でも委員長、
Make sure about that.
でも委員長、
長年積み上げてきたもんが脱税一発で逆戻りか。情けないよな、まったく。
でも委員長、私は今幸せです。
幸せ？
私、病院が大きくなってからはお金を貯めることばっかり考えてて、ちっとも楽しくなかったような気がするわ。はい。
俺は嫌だね。金がないのは首がないのと同じだよ。それにね、あんたをまだ完全に許したわけじゃないんだから。
許されてなくてもいいんです、私。
幸せだからか。
That is so creepy. Jesus, that's fucking creepy. Oh. Okay.
返事を待ってたんだ。
ああ、長谷川さん。
怒ったか。君を助けるために行ったんだが、安島から言わせたのが気に入らないか。
いいえ、マネージャーに店の金を持ち出させたのは会長ですか？
いや、
橋田理事長に知恵をつけてこの土地を手に入れられなくさせたのも、私の部屋から黒革の手帳を盗んだのも、全て会長の仕組んだことですね。
おいおい、何でも俺のせいか。
女一人をこんなに手間暇かけていじめるなんて、あんまり趣味の良いことではないと思いますけど。
誤解されちゃ困る。君のように面白い女は俺にとっても初めてだ。いじめるなんてそんな。
いじめてますわ。キャンセル料が8000万なんてむちゃくちゃすぎます。
判を押したのは君だ。
会長を信じてたからです。
いや、過信したんだ、自分の力を。
He did warn her, like, don't trust anyone, especially. Well, well, after that, he did say you could trust him, but he only promised to teach her one thing that was true.
会長を信じてたからです。
いや、過信したんだ、自分の力を。
せめて期限を延ばしていただけないでしょうか。1週間、いえ3日でも。
当てはあるのか。
はい。
誰だ。誰が貸してくれる？さあ、そろそろ返事を聞こうか。
たった一晩私を自由にしたからって何が面白いんですか？そんなにご自分の力を見せつけたいんですか？私、やはり嫌なものは嫌でございます。殺されても嫌でございます。
それが答えか。
はい。
うちの攻め方は厳しいぞ。自殺はさせてもうちの攻め方は厳しいぞ。自殺はさせても自己破産だけは絶対にさせない。
想像はつきます。
俺が怖くないか。
同じ穴の無地なですから。
That's a phrase. 同じ穴の。
同じ穴の無地なですから。
今夜は泣いて許しを請う君の姿を見られると思ったが、
See if that's a full phrase. 許しをこう。
今夜は泣いて許しを請う君の姿を見られると思ったが、その度胸に敬意を表したい。
敬意を。
その度胸に敬意を表したい。
その度胸。
その度胸に敬意を表したい。一晩付き合えなんて失礼な言い草だった。お前の一生丸ごと引き受けよう。このお前の一生丸ごと引き受けよう。この長谷川の力を全て与えよう。ロダンはもちろん銀座のどの店でも買ってやる。お前には誰も逆らわせない。誰もが女王のように貸し付く。
貸し付く。
誰もがお前には誰も逆らわせない。誰もが女王のように貸し付く。
私を囲うということですか？
囲い者に自由はない。ただしお前の自由は尊重しよう。好きな男ができたらいつでも沿わせてやる。ただし安島以外のな。
おっしゃってる意味がよくわかりませんが。
杯を交わすんだ。
杯。Oh, sake cup. Okay. Sakazuki. I wonder if that's a full phrase.
血縁杯を交わすんだ。血縁以上の強い絆を結ぶことになる。血縁以上の強い絆を結ぶことになる。俺のようにお前を守り生かせる相棒はそうざらに現れるもんじゃない。安島には無理だ。二人では起きていくだけだ。しかし俺にはそれができるとお前は分かってるはずだ。今夜は帰りなさい。明日迎えに行かせる。それまでに考えればいい。
I like how it is. I mean, she's telling him the truth. He's not really denying it. I mean, again, like, it doesn't matter what she tries to do to get money back. He's going to just completely interfere with that. If she gets money, he's going to make sure it gets stolen. If she finds property she can sell, he's going to make sure she can't sell it or it gets taken away from her. I mean, I just love it. Like, and she's just saying, like, it's just, he wants her set up to be, a money maker in Ginza. He knows not only is she interesting, but the other lady was warning him. Eiko was warning him that that Motoko is the type of lady who will go against him. Like, she's going to bite and bite hard if she can. Like, probably not a person you really want to put your working for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because again, he's not a guy who trusts anybody. It appears that way. Like, but he wants deference. He wants fealty, basically. And he'll say, like, he'll set her up to be, Queen of Ginza or equivalent thereof. But yeah, I like that. But in her mind, she thinks that with that, then she's not free. But she doesn't really know. Like, you cannot get enough money to be whatever you think of as being free. It's going to be a mental game you're going to play on yourself as to, it's sort of like there's never enough money. Like, you feel like you want to keep, hoarders have that mentality. Like, they got to keep gathering more and more stuff. Like, they're afraid to lose whatever they've gathered, even though it's like not doing them any good. In fact, it's hurting them. But it doesn't matter. yeah, like for her, she just feels like she doesn't want to be beholden to anybody, but in a way, you know, she doesn't have the ability right now, or I don't think she's ever going to be given a chance, because that's the problem when you get like people in big. That's the problem when you have about monopolies, or people who are essentially just powers unto themselves because of how much they've gathered, like this guy. So it's once he has his eye on you, it's like if he doesn't want you to exist, he doesn't even have to. He's not even talking like in the idea of murder, even though he could probably arrange that as well. But you're just not going to be able to make it. And anyone who tries to help you out will get destroyed, and they don't feel like, why should they risk what they've gained to help you? What do you give in return? And so we saw that with the previous episode with the lawyer. I like this story. I mean, it's not. It was kind of clear once you were following along, like what his intentions are. He's not a lech or anything like a lot of the other guys that we're running into. It's although he does understand about sex as just another demonstration of power, but for him it's just like, I guess it's more like respect. We'll see.
ママ変でしょ。
Misato, right? Yeah, Misato.
今日のママ変でしょ。今日のママの服前に見たことあるし。
新調日なのにね、同じ服着てくるなんて。新調日なのにね、同じ服着てくるなんて。どうしたの、さくら。
私辞める。
なんでよ。
この店もうおしまいだよ、それに私ママが信じられなくなった。
ママが？
さくらさん、本当に辞める気なの？
はい。
決心は固いみたいね。
ママ、私最後に聞きたいことあるんです。
どうぞ。
ママはお客をゆすった金でカルネもロダンも買ったって本当ですか？
あんたそれナミコが言ったことでしょ。
橋田さん、ママには気をつけろって。怖い女だからって。
橋田さんはね、ママに振られたのを根に持ってんのよ。そうでしょ、ママ。
私のことが信じられなくなったら仕方ないわね。
そう、橋田さん。
橋田さん、ママには気をつけろって。怖い女だからって。
橋田さんはね、ママに振られたのを根に持ってんのよ。そうでしょ、ママ。
私のことが信じられなくなったら仕方ないわね。勝手にしなさい。あさってこの半月の売り上げが従業員への支払いに足りなければ、従業員への支払いに足りなければサラ金に行ってでも払うしかない。
サラ金？
サラ金に行ってでも払うしかない。でも
お前の一生丸ごと引き受けよう。この長谷川の力を全て与えよう。
私はすべてを手に入れる。それともすべてを失ってしまう。
上に上がれるなら何だってする、そう決めたんだ。君と同じだよ。
元子さん、あなた自分を何様だと思ってるの？
君は自滅したんだよ。
諦めるんだね、ママ。
いつかたった一人でのたれ死ぬわよ。のたれ死ぬわよ。のたれ死ぬわよ。
疲れた。もう本当に疲れた。
今日は違うやり方でやってみましょう。
どうぞ。
今日はいい結果が出るといいですね。
ありがとう。
ある男性、強い影響力を持つ一人の男性がいる。
I really hate when they do the tarot cards, because part of the thing of tarot cards is it's basically a deck of playing cards, but then the additional stuff, although you see with the current cards, so is that like the ace of, there was the cups, the ace, the swords where it became spades, the cup, swords. So cups was hearts, swords was spades, diamonds was coins, and clubs. I think clubs was actually like trees or staff. And then, so ace all the way up, and then the kings and queens. And then you had the high, those are the low level. And then the high level cards were the stuff, like the tower, the judgment, the fool, death, all those things. But every time they show it, they always like the last card's always death. Oh, it's like, okay, that card's in all of them. So it's not a meaning that, they always like play it off. I don't know. It's just, I like the idea with tarots is that it's more like look at what your life is and interpret, just give you a different way of looking at the events that have already occurred, but you're actually deciding what it means. It's basically, it's giving you inspiration. It's not telling you what your life is. It's giving you inspiration to how you want to look at where your life is or where it's going. That's how I looked at it anyway. But, people try to put too much stock into it. It's meant for fun.
あなたと共にあることを強く望んでいる。
それは若い男、それとも年配の？
それはわからない。
若い男、それとも年配の？
それはわからない。あなたの今一番そばにいる人。
その人は信じてもいいの？
ええ、いいと思うわ。もう一人男性の影があるわね。悪魔のような存在。
悪魔？
こちらは信じてはダメ。あなたを裏切る人よ。
二人の男、一人は信じるに足る男、もう一人は裏切り者の悪魔。一体どっちが悪魔なんだろう。
Again, putting way too much stock into this. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm going to stop it there. And let's see. I wanted to do around the 20-minute mark. Was it 20 minutes? Yeah, I think it was the 20-minute mark. Yeah, the 20-minute mark, the 30-minute mark, and the 20 minutes, the 50 minutes, and then for the part 3 of this after the 50 minutes. All right. So, yeah, this will be part 1. So I'll stop it here. Yeah, so I started around, I think, 25 minutes. So this is roughly about 40 minutes of the Let's Read. So it seemed reasonable. And we'll see how it goes from there. It's not much to say. There was a lot of dialogue. That's how these Let's Reads go. So what I normally do is I bring it up in Notepad++. Add in the same subs that I'm showing on the web page. So all I do is it's a text file. I just drag drop it into Firefox, and that just allows me to use it normally. And what I wanted was about 310. This episode is Okay, I see what's happening. All right, I'm going to go for another 3 minutes. Here, give me a second. So we're going to go to the 24-minute mark. Let's keep going. Sorry about that.
お美しいこと。
Is that his mom? 誰?
お美しいこと。でも一時のことよ。私いくつに見えます？
She looks 60? I don't know.
これでも40なの。
She looks older than 40. Creepy look, though.
Rodeにはふさわしい。
All right. Actually, I tell you what I'm going to do is restart it back at 21 minutes. That was a kind of a weird thing. Yeah. All right, we'll restart it back there. Since there's like not a lot of dialogue, I'm just going to restart the story there. Okay, awesome. Not much to say. There was a lot of dialogue there. I think that worked well. There's probably going to be a portion where she's going through her, like bad dreams and some other stuff where she's just going to imagine her life going all to hell. She kind of sort of is. And like I mentioned, you can't feel too much pity for her. It's hard to feel pity for her because she brought this on herself in a way, Now you can say, oh, it's not fair. Like the other guy, he's like, he broke into her place. He's like, look what she was doing. She was, embezzling from the bank and extorting people for money. What again, it's like, oh, she's mad that people are doing to her what she was doing to others, and she had to set up, just then she got greedy. I mean, it was okay with the first time with the doctor. It kind of felt okay. She was playing a game like, hey, he was supporting someone who is basically was messing with her business. That kind of fun. The other time, though, she was just, again, trying to just steal from a guy. He just said, in a way, though, it's maybe like he was threatening her business because, she wouldn't sleep with him. Maybe it was that. I don't know how you wanted to look at it. But still, and like mentioned, is that she was messing with people who all pretty much in a way kind of worked or at least held fealty to, Hasegawa. So, yeah, he was like saying, okay, look, you causing me some trouble. Let me give you a spanking real quick and just realize like who you're actually working for, and, start showing respect. Now you got to really know like what type of business you're really in. And I think maybe I misunderstood it, but like in Ginza, what happens when you get the customer who won't pay? What do you do? So you need someone who's there that can offer a type of authority that can't be questioned, and someone wants to play the accounts receivable and they don't want to pay, then someone's going to make sure that, oh no, they're going to pay. Maybe I misunderstood that, but I think that was part of what's going on. It's like, none of this stuff is about go it alone, because like I said, she can't, if she's trying to say she's trying to do this on her own, but it's like, well, yeah, but now you want to depend on who's going to be enforcing you when someone decides they don't want to pay you money. Are you going to call the government when you're trying to go against the law yourself? You're setting yourself up for problems, some big problems later. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Let's. That'll be the end of part 1 of this. So this is the episode 7, part 1. That'll be the end of this. So for those of you on YouTube, I will see you tomorrow. So if you enjoy this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy the series, subscribe to see more like it. And if you appreciate what I'm doing to help the Japanese learning community, the one way to support that, if you'd like, is via the Patreon. So link in the description, as well as links to the community Discord and the website. And finally, if you'd like to hire me on mainly just one-on-one, help walk you through the steps of setting up Anki or getting set up so that you can start learning Japanese in the methods that I've been recommending. The hourly rate and the payment is via the Patreon as well, but the specific link for that is in the description as okay, cool. That's about it. Thank you all very much. This was a good episode. I enjoyed it, at least. And for those of you on YouTube, I'll see you tomorrow. For those of you on Twitch, stick around. We're going to be doing parts 2 and 3 after this. So thank you all very much, and later.